Hey there, everybody. This is the remastered version because I just screwed it up last time on the ability cards. But anywho, let's get to it. Alright. First off, I'm going to go with the Deadeyes and then follow my way through the rest of the ability cards. This is just going to be just a run through. And then I'm going to go through some of ability card loadouts. But other than that, let's get to it. A moment to recuperate. While Deadeye is active, you slowly regenerate health. Taking any damage will cancel Deadeye. That's what happens when you get on a mission, you know what I'm saying? You get the messages. But anywho, with this, while your Deadeye is active, you slowly regenerate health. Taking any damage will cancel Deadeye, just as it says. I really don't see too many people run this due to the fact there's other methods of healing yourself, like strange medicine. I forgot the other card, but I'll show you later on with the other cards. But on to the next one. Focus Fire. While Deadeye is active, you and your team members deal a little more damage. If more than one member of your team has this ability activated, effects do not stack. With this, it's like a huge buff, especially once you get to tier 3. And if you run eye for eye, I'm blinking. I forgot what it was. Something blinking. Yeah, you can be pretty overpowered for your team, especially starting off. Once y'all all starting off with this, with a tier 3, someone running this, yeah, you can be pretty overpowered. So if y'all pretty much coordinated at the team starting off, and everybody can choose the right Deadeye cards, and y'all can know how to start off the match right, you can be pretty overpowered, like pretty overpowered. Cause yeah, I explain to y'all later. But anywho, painted black. While Deadeye is active, you can paint onto targets. The same thing like the stories, so everybody knows the story. So this is pretty much how this works, especially tier 3. If you are a sniper, like bolt action, rolling blocks, this is for the one for you if you want that guaranteed shot. It's a lot of people underestimate this card because they're like, oh, it's just the story, it doesn't slow down time. But if you at the right distance and you know how to use the card correctly, you can do some pretty good damage. Like you can do some damage to the team. Of course, everybody that's starting off, that's pretty much knowing about this, slow and steady. While Deadeye is active, you take much less damage, and headshots do not kill you outright. This is practically like without one, but better. To me, I'm at the point now I'm thinking without one is for noobs, because a lot of griefers use without one. I started to realize that, and they're starting to use that, and it's pretty annoying. But anywho, and with this, you take less damage. So some ability cards like strange missions, medicines, you can do some pretty good damage. Quiet inspiration. While Deadeye is active, you and your allies slowly regenerate health, and more than one member in your team has this ability active. The effect does not stack. I really don't see people run this. To be honest, I really don't see people run this. You could if you want to run a medic build. I mean, if you have a coordinated team, yeah, it can come in like really good crunch time. Like, okay, it's 3 of us and it's 5 of them on one side. It's like we have to pop this, so because we're gonna take some damage, so it can save you. And of course, Slippery Bastard. While Deadeye is active, players cannot lock onto you, and you cannot lock onto them. Other enemies are much less accurate when shooting at you. The rate of rich. This is pretty good. Like for instance, if you and standing in front of your whole squad and you pop this, it's like the whole squad, the whole enemy team is gonna pretty much be hard to shoot you and your other team is, because it's a pretty good weird effect how it works. So it has an AOE effect. Let's say that. So yeah. Other than that, let's head on to these passives. Let's go ahead to the combat section. Of course, Horseman, you did a little more damage while on horseback. I think this is one of the ones you get to choose at the start. Yeah, just as it says, if you ride your horse, you do a little bit more damage. In tier 3, you do way more damage. So that's if you horse riders out there. Necessity breeds. My bad. As you can get close to death, you start to do much more damage. Just as it says, pretty much just as it says. Yeah. It's a pretty fun card, especially when ones that like to go out there and get it. The more damage they do to you, the more damage they do back to you. So, eye for eye type thing. Land is patience, waiting for up to 15 seconds between shots, slightly increase your damage. Just as it says, that's for your rolling block people. If you have painted black with this, and peak condition, and you can do unblinking eye or eye for eye, whichever one you want to run. The short game, I might get this. Might be my next one because I like to use that shotgun. So as it says, you do a little bit more damage to the targets closer to you, but less damage to the targets farther away. So if you're a varmint user, and this is like the thing you do not use, and if you're one of the guys that like to use Lancaster, Litchfields, because you know that we're good at the medium to short range, that's when we really come into play. This really can come in really, this is for a damage user, but anywho. Hangman, your lasso chokes your enemies, dealing a little damage to them for every second. That lasso, I don't ever see nobody use this. Never. Like, never. Be honest with you, Rockstar's better off just swapping this out with something else, be honest with you. In a winning streak, each consecutive shot on the same target does much more damage than the last, just as it says. So if you're one of the guys that's pretty accurate, you can do some pretty good damage. Gone on to your good old recovery abilities. This is the one I was talking about, come back stronger. So yeah, for the one, yeah, you get shot, boom, start healing just like that. So it's pretty cool. But there's other methods that where you can heal. If you guys out there like to get out to get it, I'll show you the perk card later. It's right down there. But peak edition, I think everybody knows about this. You inflict a little more damage if your stamina bar is 75% full. So that means you can do a full jump. That means you have a full dodge. So you can do one dodge, and after that you're good to go. And if you do the second dodge, the perk is no more. So just give y'all a heads up on that one. Eye for eye, just as it says, headshots restore a little Deadeye. So if you run this with unblinking eye and practically strange medicine, you can be, and with slow and steady, you can be a pretty good tank for your squad if you know what you're doing. And if you're fat, for all the ones that like to be fat. So that's a good solid build for the people that like to be a tank. They get the focus, items, abilities, which restore Deadeye and effects slightly improve. If you like to pop pills, like to do the cocaine, you know what I'm saying, the moonshine, tobacco, this is one for y'all. It's a pretty good perk, especially if you're running this. And strange medicine, you can float it with any other passive perk, wherever you want to. And going on to that, strange medicine, this is what I'm running currently right now. You gain a lot of health whenever you inflict damage. Your health otherwise regenerates at half the normal rate, just as it says. It's for the ones that like to go out there and get it. I'm just gonna say that. It's like the ones like, I know I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna get as much damage out there and much kills as I can. So this dude, yeah. And cold-blooded, after killing an enemy, you will gain a little health over the next 5 seconds. I see some people run this. It's alright. I mean, if you're a sniper, then yeah, it's good. This be one of those for the snipers. So you can run Peak Edition, Painted Black, London's Patience, and you can have cold-blooded, and just be a perfect build for you, because you're not going to try to be out there and let people pretty much figure out where you're at. So that's a good one for y'all. Hunkering down, you take a little less damage while in cover. This is for the snipers, I guess, but it's so many cards you can use than this. That's why it's practically a starting ability card for that. To fight another day, you take less damage from bullets while sprinting. I see new players use it, probably because like, hey, it's an ability card, I might as well just get it. But other than that, higher tier levels, no, not really. Unblinking eye, everybody knows about this. Your Deadeye and Eagle Eye drain a little slower. Tier 3, it's pretty good, especially if you have eye for eye. You can run it whatever passive card. Take the pain away whenever you revive someone. This is for the medics out there, if you want to be a medic. Whenever you revive someone, you both take a little less damage for the next 8 seconds. Especially tier 3, it's going to be like, oh, that's kind of fake. But anywho, but it's pretty good. I see what Rockstar went with that. Of single purpose, you take a little less damage for bullets while unarmed or using a melee weapon. I guess if you just out there in a free roam, you can just run this with, of course, never without one. You can run these two. So like if you're fishing, yeah, you can just use, this be like your free roam build. Like, okay, I can run this without, because it can nerf this card, this card. So it's like a harmony card type purpose thing, I guess. Tier 3 'em, free roam, I guess. And never without one, your hat will block one headshot and then fall off. while wearing a hat. You take more damage, just as it says. A lot of griefers run this now. I started to realize because they're really not that good, but they just catch you off guard. So, and if you can shoot them in the head, then you realize, oh, they got never without one. And be like, okay, there's no point to going against him because he got the advantage over me. Unless I pop, you know, slow and steady. So I don't know. But anywho, yeah, this is a good free roam for the ones out there just like to fish and just do free roam stuff. And it's an anti-griefer thing, and griefers run it too. So it's like a clash of the weirdness. So never without one and a single purpose. That'd be pretty good if you just, you know. But anywho, that's it for just giving you a runs down of what these little passive ability cards and the good old Deadeye ability cards got going on. And the next one I will show you just a couple of builds. This is one of the builds: slow and steady, strange medicine, and this necessity breeds with the winning streak. So if you want to like who goes critical all the time, this is like the best build for you. I got plenty of videos of it, and I got the ones with peak edition, so with a slippery bastard. So there's all types of fun stuff you can do with these ability cards. And hold on, let's see what people are running around here. Just give you a heads up. See, I feel high tier now because I'm 123. So let's do a level 50 runner. A moment to recuperate. Horseman, necessity breeds. Let's see, we got another 54. Ain't that? It's like a deja vu. Horsemanship around here. Oops. Slow and steady, never without one. Necessity breeds, strange medicine. Yep. Let's see what people starting off with. I'm just gonna start off with whatever I get, man. Slow and steady, I'm Blake the Line. See, this is what Hunker Down looks like for the ones that never seen it. And land is patience, focus fire. I'm just showing y'all what's going on around here, man. And this is how you look at people like, man, what is he running? So this is how you do it. He's probably a sniper, most likely. Bolt action status or environment. Not too much with the rolling block. It'd be cool if they took the scope off the rolling block, so you can just aim down the sight or use a scope with the rolling block. That'd be so perfect, but it'd be too overpowered, I guess, for us to do that. But anyway, this is for the ability card. Y'all have a good one now.